Hickok 45 here. You know, most of us grew up with 22s, didn't we? 22 long rifle for the most part. And whether it's a pistol, a bolt action gun, a semi-automatic, they're just a lot of fun, you know. And you wouldn't think necessarily a bolt gun would be that much fun, but even if it's a bolt gun, it has a lot to offer. Because, you know, there's nothing like working a bolt on a firearm. It takes me to like revolvers, cocking the hammer, you know, working the bolt. It's just a neat thing to do. And if you're lucky enough to have one that is suppressed, it's even quiet to shoot, right? And that's what we have right here. In fact, it's so quiet, you might not have even heard that I just shot a couple into the hill while I was doing that. I was trying to fool you. Did I? Probably not. That's what we have here. We've got the Ruger American. I'll open the bolt again. But we have a Ruger American N22 rimfire. You have seen, we have the 308 in this. We need to get out again sometime. Well, this is 22, and thanks to NC Silencer for providing it, the silencer, suppressor. Actually, this one really does qualify as maybe a silencer. Not very loud. Listen to this thing. How many times have I fired at a 2-liter where you can actually hear it smack into the plastic, you know? So pretty interesting. It's the, by the way, it's the Surefire Ryder, like R-Y-D-E-R. There you go. We got a blank round in the chamber there. You can see the SF Ryder 22A, which has not been on the market all that long. It's kind of their commercial entry. I didn't realize that how well respected Surefire is in terms of providing suppressors, you know, in like police and military applications, and haven't really been in the commercial market that long with them. This is a pretty nice one. It's supposed to be famous for being small yet quiet, and I'm firing some Federal quiet long rifle, and which means basically subsonic, and you can tell it's pretty quiet. So pretty nice combination. Not bad at all. Let's try it again. I had a scope for it, but I took it off. I couldn't get it. It really wasn't on. It's funny, so quiet. So I think I know about where to hold. It's like an airsoft. Boom! It's 22 long rifle. See this Coke can here? Boom! Pow. That is some quiet stuff, isn't it? There's an empty can of boom. You know what? Oh, she's empty. That's a good looking rifle. You know, the Ruger's famous for making quality firearms at a very reasonable price. That's their claim to fame. And that's what they've done with this, as with their centerfire Ruger American rifles. They're very successful, and you know, so they brought them out in this. You can replace the comb here on the stock, which I did when I took the scope off. I put this one back on, which lowered that. You just take that out, you unscrew that, and you know, where your sling attaches, and it just slides off, and you put the other one on. And it's a free floated barrel, you know, in the $300 price range. You have a free floated barrel, so it's should be an accurate outfit. By all reports, it is an accurate little 22. So if you're looking for a bolt gun, it would definitely be a viable option. Got the fiber optic front sight there, comes with, which is pretty cool. It had a scope on it. I would not probably put a scope on one of these. I see these as plinkers mainly. And if you're a hunter or something, you might want it, but I like that front sight. It's really easy to see. But pretty neat. There's another pretty cool thing about this. Yeah, you might not know. I'll hide this so you don't see it. And here's the other cool thing about it. Voila! It takes the Ruger magazines, the 10/22 magazines. How cool is that? Now, you might not want I haven't even tried this in here yet, tell you the truth. But it does take the 10/22 mags. That's what I had in it. I had the 10 round mag. So that's nice in that you don't have to keep up with another type of magazine. How many magazines do we have? You know, it's like holsters. You know, one for all these different firearms. So that's pretty neat. You know, maybe you even want the long one. I don't know. But for a bolt gun, maybe it's a little overkill. It's got a nice trigger, and it's adjustable. I think from about 3 to 5 pounds. Nice brake on it. again, in this price range, this is a pretty nice rifle. Let's see if this magazine works okay. Yeah. Usually with a bolt gun, feeding is not a big problem, is it? Let's see if we can hit anything over there. I'll try the red plate. I think I have to hold near the top on it. Bounced in front of it. You hear that? Isn't that sweet? Oop. Gotta pop it once more. I think I bounced into it. Gotta hold up a little more. Okay, let's try the gong. Oh, they really drop over there. Hold on top. There we go. It's like throwing gravel at it. I'll try the red plate again. Nope, hit the tire. Oops, got one caught there. Got a jam. Man, wouldn't you know it? There we go. We have to deal with that with semi-automatics. Shouldn't have to deal with it with a bolt gun, huh? Okay. I know. Let's try that red plate right there. I can hit that. Cleek, cleek. I think it might. Oh, look at that. Another jam. That's pretty bad. That's why I would probably most of the time use that 10-round mag. Oh, there's a pot. I forgot about that. Boom. Went through it. 22s punch holes in it. Boom. Oh, a bowling pin. Whoop. Oops, got him on the bottom. Gotta watch shooting bowling pins with light ammo. Ah, we got another 2-liter or two though. While he's dying, let's take that one out. Plenty of ammo. I'd still like to hit that red plate one more time. I gotta do some tree trimming, get the shotgun out there. Okay, I'm gonna hold up high enough. There we go. Gotta use a little Kentucky windage. Oh, pretty neat. What else about this thing? It's pretty light. It's a little heavier because of the legs there and everything. I didn't take those off when I took the scope off. But with those off, it really would be a handy little piece. And like I say, I would carry the 10-round magazine in it, for the most part. I think I have 2 or 3 of those, and I would just carry those, load them up, and pop them up if I had this thing around all the time. But nifty little gun. 22 is still hard to come by. I think that'll change eventually. Let's hit a tin can here quietly. Pop little holes in him. Pretty cool. There it goes. Definitely I'll be using the 10-round magazine. Okay. All those in there. All right. You think I should knock over a ram? Let's hit a ram at least. Try to. Went under it. We might load a couple more in this other magazine. The one that works. And typically those are good magazines. And I don't have a lot of trouble with them, I have to say. Just put a couple more in there. Maybe this 10-round magazine. There we go. So yeah, Suppressor, supposed to be a highly respected suppressor. This Ryder, what 2A, 22A from Surefire. They are the folks that bring us the high quality flashlights. I have one I have had for many years. I still use it and rely on it. They're great company. The only thing from Surefire I've ever had any trouble with are I bought a couple of those really high capacity AR mags that don't seem 100% reliable, but that's the only blemish on their reputation as far as I'm concerned. Because just really anything I know from Surefire seems to be well made. All right, so there's a 10-round mag. That's what I like. Okay, pretty neat little gun. Appreciate NC Silencer bringing this baby by. Not bad. Your safety's right there, and it will stay on fire if you want it to. It doesn't automatically go to safe when you work the bolt. And has a good feel. It's light, and which a 22 ought to be. Okay. This one's even quiet. Cowboy. Ooh. Oh, I was shooting at a ram, wasn't I? How lame is that? Didn't knock it over. Oh, I'll shoot that propane tank over there. Oh, yeah. Buffalo. Oh. Oh, this guy's got to go. Yeah, we forgot about him in an earlier video. What else needs shooting here? Cowboy, you get the last one. No, it's not the last one. That was the last one. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Oh man, suppressors are fun, really, and it's a shame that it's not like some other countries where you just pick them up like they're in plastic wrap. You buy them off a shelf, basically. You know, they're hardly even restricted at all. But we have this weird thing about them. Too many of our politicians watch too many James Bond movies, I guess. But it's a shame you have to go through all the paperwork. Although it's not that bad, you can do it. And even if your local sheriff doesn't approve, you can go around that with the trust, working out of trust. You know, go online. NC Silencer is a good source of information online. You know, .com, and you can figure out you know, how to do that, even though they're based in North Carolina. So you do a little research, and you can get a suppressor unless you're in a state where they're illegal, and there's just a few states where you cannot own one, and we're working on changing that. So anyway, the Ruger American in 22, they've got a really successful lineup with these Ruger American rifles, centerfire and rimfire. A nice choice. My guess is a lot of you have the centerfire rifles that they make, and probably quite a few have the 22. So this is not news to you that it has a good trigger. It's a solid little rifle, so really versatile and then just fun to shoot if you can find ammo, right? So anyway, little setup here, rig with the 22 American, Ruger American, and the Surefire Ryder 22A suppressor. Not a bad combination. Glad to be able to bring it to you today. Glad you came by. Didn't have anything better to do. Life is good.